Tara is in Miami. Hi, Tara. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. My mom told me about your show, so I want to call in. I'm 50 years old. I have two teenage sons. I'm divorced, and we're closing on the sale of our marital home soon. My portion is $1.2 million. I need advice about what to do with it.
Wow.
I need a plan. Yeah, I'm excited, but
Big old
it's
house.
a big problem.
Yeah. Where are you living?
Pardon?
Were you
Yes.
living in the house? Is this the divorce is recent?
Yes,
Okay.
we divorced, but he allowed me to stay in it a little bit longer, for the boy's sake. And now we're finally, closing on it soon. And,
So obviously you need a house, right?
Well, I'm renting for the first year. I just feel like I want to do that. I don't know. That's what I need to know what to do with that money. Do I buy within a year? Do I invest in a CD? I don't even know what I can afford to buy. So I just really need a plan.
What do you make a year?
120.
Way to go! Good. Okay. And so, what does the house that you're selling? What did it sell for?
2.45.
Okay, so each of you got half.
Deal
Okay.
first. Yeah.
And it was paid for.
Yes, it was paid for.
All right.
We live smart.
Yeah, you did. Well,
but I want to be smart moving forward, and I'm just he did all the finances, and I didn't, so I'm just kind of lost.
Okay.
It's a big problem. I know that.
Here's what I know. You guys were obviously married probably 20 plus years, right?
Yes, we were.
Yeah. And so
22.
This is you're talking about it in a cheerful voice, but there's you've either processed or you are processing a lot of hurt.
No, it's all good. It really is, because we're it's all about the children, and there's no egos involved.
Yeah.
So we're all in a good place.
But I mean, you have to be grieving a 20-year something ending. If you're not, you're weird.
It's sad. It's sad, but we're all happy and we're all in a good place.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. I'm glad. I don't want you to be sad. I'm just, anyway, my point is I want you to make good, clear decisions, and that's what I was checking in on. Because sometimes when you're hurting, you're in the fog of the pain and you don't make as clear
we've been divorced now. We've been separated since 2013 and divorced for 3 years now. I've had time to absorb all of it. He just allowed us to stay in the house for the boys' sake.
I'm sorry. I was misreading. Okay. All right. Anyway, so good. Well, that's good news then. So now here's the thing: the less debt that you have, like you've already discovered, and earlier in your life, before you ever heard my name, the less debt you have, two things happen. One is it's easier to build wealth because you don't have payments, and two is you're much more stable. There's less stress. Okay.
I agree wholeheartedly. I don't have any debt except a car payment and now my new condo rental.
Okay. So I would pay off my car today. I wouldn't have a car payment.
Well, it's I'm leasing.
Okay. Well, I call them, ask them what it takes to get out of the lease, and pay it off if you want to keep it. I don't want any payments at all. The second thing that I'm going to consider then is when I buy. If you want to wait a year, that's okay. But when I buy, can you live in a $1 million house and pay cash for it?
I don't know if I don't know if I can afford to do that. I don't know. That's what I need to know. With that money?
You've been living in a $2.5 million house, and I'm suggesting $1 million house. That's a bit of a drop.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and you don't get that much for $1 million. It's a shack.
I know. I know the Miami market. It's an expensive market. Okay, so anyway, that's something to think through. Because if I could have you debt free at 50 years old, making 120 going forward, you can retire multimillionaire.
I am 50. I know. I am 50.
I know.
Yeah.
But if you have you debt free in the house you're living in, once you make your home purchase going forward, making 120,000, you can be a multimillionaire when you get ready to retire.
Right.
But to the extent I put you into a mortgage or suggest you go back into a mortgage, that's one more thing we got to clean up that's between us and building wealth. So if you want to rent for a year and park it into a CD and decide what to do, that's what I would consider doing. During that time, I'm going to really think about where I could live and pay cash, because you got $1 million. And even in a tough market like Miami, meaning an expensive market, you probably can find something. And then without a house payment, without a car payment, with a little money in the bank for emergencies and making $120 a year, you can start investing. And if you just invest the equivalent of most people's house payment and you invest 15% of your income on top of that, those two things alone, by the time you're 70, will be millions and millions of dollars. And so that's what I would love to see you move towards. So I don't mind you renting for a year and thinking about where you want to land, but that would be my target. It would not be $1.5 million house with $1 million down payment. I still got $500,000 to clean up before I get to really become wealthy. And I'd rather not. And that's the way I look at it. So you got to consider those things, and that'll get you going.